In this video, I am going to show you how you can enable or add the functionality of donations in your WordPress based website. So right here you can see I am working on a NGO type website where the clients wants us to enable the donation functionality so that people can directly donate to their cause on their WordPress based website. So if you are interested in learning how you can enable this functionality or add this functionality into your or your client's WordPress website, then without further ado, let's get started now. So what you actually want to do first of all is to go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will go to the dashboard of your website, what you want to do is to go to the plugins, and in the plugin section you will have to click on this add new plugin. We are going to use a free plugin, and this plugin is called Give. So you will have to search for Give, and here is the plugin that we are going to use. So simply click on this install now button, and once you will click on this install now button, this plugin will start getting installed. And once it will get installed, you will have to click on this activate button. And once you will click on this activate button, you will have to wait until the plugin will get activated. Once the plugin will get activated, you will have this kind of window appear, something like this. So from here, this is actually a quick setup guide. You can actually click on start setup, or you can dismiss this setup wizard. In my case, I want to click on this start setup. So once you will click on this start setup, so this is actually an organization. So I'll click on this organization button right here, and here it asks you what are your fundraising for. So they are actually doing it for health. So I'll click on health, and then I'll click on accept and continue. In here you will have to provide the location. So right now I'll simply select any random location, and the currency needs to be US dollars. So I'll click on this continue button here, and right here it will ask you what do you need in your first donation form. So what do you want in the first donation form, that is what field do you want in your donations form. So I'll leave it just the way it is, and I'll click on this continue button, and here next step you will have that it will ask you whether you want to check out for your first donation form. So this is kind of like an image, a title for your form, some description, and then a call to action. We'll leave it just the way it is for now. What else do you need to support your cause? Is it a recurring donation? Is it donors cover fee? So let's just select donors cover fee. If you want PDF receipt, you can enable the PDF receipts as well. If you want to add a custom form fields, you can add the custom form fields as well. But in this video, we'll just creating a very simple multi-step form for the donations with multiple donation types. So I'll only select this donor cover fee option here, and then I'll click on this continue button. And once you will click on this continue button, you will be redirected to the plugin setting. So this is the give donation plugin option here, and this is the setup page you can see right here. There is nothing you can do here. What you can do is to first of all go to the settings of this plugin. And once you will go to the settings of this plugin, just go through all of these settings and make sure you have these pages selected. If you don't have these pages selected, you will actually have to go to the pages section, and then you will have to create these pages, and then you will have to link those pages by simply searching those pages here. So I'll leave them just the way it is for now, because they all are looking fine. And once again, here you have the option to select the base country. So you can choose any country that you want here, and here depending upon the country you will have different options for the state. So I'll click on this save changes button right here. In the next tab you have the option to select the currency. So just because this NGO is working in United States, I want to keep this currency as United States dollars. Then after that you have some other settings. You can go through all of these settings. The only important thing was this currency. And then you have the next tab that says access control. That is actually the lifespan for the cookies. So if you want, you can choose the 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours. It doesn't actually matter. So click on the save changes button next. And if you want to enable the reCAPTCHA, you can enable it here, and then you will have to provide the reCAPTCHA site key and reCAPTCHA secret key. I already have a tutorial on how you can enable the reCAPTCHA on your WordPress based website. If you want, I'll leave the link of that video in the description. So I'll click on this save changes button right here. Next up, we have this sequential ordering. For now it is enabled. If you want, you can disable this option right here. Next up, we have the option for the payment gateways, because you want to get the donations online. So from these options, for now the test donation option is enabled and the offline donation option is enabled. For the Stripe, you will have to check mark this option in order to enable this, and for the PayPal you also have to check mark this option in order to enable the PayPal, just like how you do with the WooCommerce. Then next up, you have this visual form builder option right here. Whichever option you want to choose will work the way it is. And then in here you have the specific tabs for the Stripe and PayPal, so that you can integrate with the Stripe and PayPal. So in order to connect with the PayPal, you can click on this PayPal, and then you can simply click on this button that says PayPal connection. Once you will click on this button, it will redirect you to the PayPal login page. And same thing with the Stripe. If you will go to the Stripe tab, here it says connect with Stripe. Once you will click on this connect with Stripe button, it will open a new tab in your browser window where it will ask you to log in to your Stripe account. Next up, you have offline donations. For now it is disabled. If you want to enable this, you can enable this option right here. I'll keep it disabled because we don't actually need the offline donations. Then next up, we have some default options. So in the default options, you can see name, title, prefix. For now it is default. If you want to give a prefix, you can make it required or optional. So for now, we'll just make it disabled. It is like the first name and the last name thing. And then the title prefix, you can define Mr. or Miss or Mrs., whatever you want, but I don't think we need that. Then in your form field, maybe you want to keep the company field. For now it is disabled. You can make it required, and then it will become visible. Then the last name field, anonymous donation, if you want, you can enable this option, because sometimes people do not want to tell others about their donations. So that is where the anonymous donations comes in handy. So if you want, you can enable this option. Otherwise you can make it disabled. I'll keep it enabled. And then you have donor comments. Make sure you enable this so that donors can add any comments if they want. Then you have the option for the post type and the taxonomies. If you want to add any custom fields into your form, you can go to this place, post type, and then you can add your own options for the post type and the taxonomies. And then next up, you have this terms and condition page where you can add your own terms and condition here. For now it is disabled. You will have to enable this option here if you want to use the terms and condition. So I'll click on save changes, as I do not have this data available from the client. Next up, we have this email tab. It is automatically configured properly, so you don't have to worry about this. And then the next tab is the license tab. If you have the premium version for the gift donations, you can add your license key here. In this video, we are only looking at the free variant. And next up, we have this advanced tab. So in the advanced tab, you have these styling options and then some other details related to gift WP plugin. Nothing fancy here. You can easily go through these options and they will automatically make sense. If you want to use a Kaisme spam protection, you can enable the Kaisme spam protection here. And that is really very simple, nothing very complicated here. So once you will go through all of these settings, the next tab that you want to look for is the donations tab. So say that you have added a donation form onto one of your pages on your website, and whenever someone will give you donation, you will see the details here in this donation tab. Here is the donors tab, and in the donors tab you will see the details of the donor, and here is the report tabs that you can use to see the reports for all the donations form that you have on your website. For now it is just showing a demo data that came with the plugin itself. All right, so let's just start by creating a form that we will use for the donations. So right here you can see there are different kind of donations that I want to integrate into my form, but in this video I'll only show you a couple of these options that how you can set up these. So I'll go back here, and if you'll click on this all forms, so once you'll click on this all forms, you will see that you already have these forms by default created. If you want, you can edit this form as well, and if you want, you can create your own form as well. For now, this is using the old builder. That is, if I click on this edit button, this is how the old interface of the GIF WP plugin had. But now you can try the new form builder, if you will click on try new form builder, and if you will click on proceed with the new form builder, the interface will get changed. And here you have the option to choose what kind of form you want to use. If you want to use a simple form, you can choose the classic option, and if you want to use a multi-step form, you can choose this option right here. The process actually remains the same, so let's just go with the classic form here, and then I'll click on this proceed button. So right here you can see the plugin has automatically created this form for us. And here, if you will click on any of these options, here you will have the details about these things. So for now, the primary color is green and the secondary color is this kind of orange color right here. If you want, you can add your own colors just like this, and it will get updated real time. Next up, you have this donate now button. That is going to be at the end here, the donate now button. And then you have this header option here. So in the header, we have this heading that says support our causes, and then we have a description about this form right here. If you want, you can showcase the header, and if you want, you can hide the header as well. You also have the control to hide or show the headings or the description any ways you want. And then we have this option that says the donation goal. So sometimes you want to display the donation goals, and the other times you don't actually want to display the donation goals. So you have the option to enable or disable this option right here as well. So I'll simply disable this option, and then we can actually start editing the form actually that we have on the donation WP form itself. So in order to edit this form, what you have to do is to click on this edit form right here. And once you click on this edit form, you will notice that these options has changed now. And if you will click one of these options, and if you will click on this form thing here, you will have the complete control over how you want to display these options right here. So here you can see there is the title, how much would you like to donate today? And here is the description, all donations directly impact our organization and help us further our mission. So I might remove this question mark from here. And if I click here you can see this is a field that is called donation amount and level. If you will click on this plus button here, you will also have more fields here that you can use in your form. And you also have some premium additional fields here as well that you might use if you need, like a drop down field or the multi-select field or a phone number field, email field, date, file upload, or so on and so forth field. You can simply click on this upgrade to unlock additional fields button right here, and it will redirect you to their website where you can buy the license for the premium version, and that is for now $149 per year. All right, I'll go back there, and here in the donation amount, here you can see the label, the donation amount. You can change the option here, and now here is the very important step where you can choose the fixed donation, and in the fixed donation you can add a fixed donation amount. So in my case right here, you can see I have multiple levels of donations that I want to add on the website. So in my case, I'll choose the multi-level donations, and in the multi-level donations, next up I'll have to click on this custom amount. And for the custom amount, you have this field, this custom amount field, that you have minimum $1, and for the maximum you can define a number here, or you can leave it empty, so it will not have any maximum amount, so people can enter their own desired amount here. Then here we have actually this donation levels. So in the donation levels, what I actually want to do is to copy some of these donation levels. So I'll insert this donation level here. It says $5, and then subscribe for dedicated frontline giving, that is also $5. And then we have this $10, 10, 20, 50, 75, 100. So I'll add 5, 10, 20, 50, 75, and 100. And then this is the custom donation here, that we have this custom donation right here. So for now I have a minimum of 1, so I'll change it to maybe $30, so that people will have the option to only go above the $30 amount. Next up, who giving today, that means the donor information. So for now in the form we have this first name and last name field, an email address field here as well. If you want, you can also add a text field here, and then you can label it as phone number. You may also get some spam because this is not actually a phone number field, but if you are comfortable using it, then that is not a problem. So I'll make it required as well. And then you have this option. Remember, we enable this, make this an anonymous donations in the setting panels. There you have this option right here. And then here is the comment option right there. Next up, in the third step, we have this payment details. Whatever details the user will choose here, they'll be displayed automatically right here. So you have all of these options right here that you can go through. And here in the block settings, you will have the option to see what kind of options you have available for the each fields. So for now, where it says test donations, that is because we only have test donations enabled and we haven't connected the PayPal or Stripe on our website. That is why it is showing the test donations and the offline donations. In your case, if you will add the Stripe or PayPal, it will automatically get displayed right here. So once you will get satisfied with all these settings, what you can do is to simply click on this update button. After that, in this form tab right here, you have a couple of more options. That is the user registration. If you want to enable the user registration option on your website for the donation, you can enable it here. And if you don't want, just keep it disabled, and it will restrict them to create a new account for each new donor. Next up, we have this donation confirmation message. So in the header we have, or in the title we have, hey, first name, that is the donor's first name, thank you for your donation. And as the description, we have your contributions means a lot, and we'll put so on and so forth. Next up, we have the option to enable the form grid. If you want to use the grids, you can enable this option right here. And next up, we have this email settings that are global, coming from the settings of the plugins. Once you will go through all of these options, you can click on this update button, and then you can click on this edit form design. And once you will click on this edit form design, here you can see the phone number field that we have added is automatically displaying right here. So here you can actually change the color. So I'll go here and I'll select the color that I'm using on the website. So I'll copy the color code from here, and as the primary color, I want to use that color code. So let's just keep this color right here that we already have, or you can reset all of these, and once you will reset, you again have the option to select between these colors. I think with your premium version, you will have the option to select the colors that you will want on your website or on your donation form, and I think that is how it works. So anyways, you can choose the colors from here, and then if you want to rename the donation button, you can rename it here. And then once again, you have this header option here, and the donation goal and the custom styling. All right, once it will get ready, click on this update button, and once you will click on update button, this forms will get ready. You can click on this give logo button here, and here we'll have one of these options here. So here we have this donation form that we have created, no goal set, give ID. You'll have to get this shortcode from here. So get this shortcode. I'm using the Elementor page builder, so you'll have to go to the page where you want to display this. So I'll add a new container right here. I'll go to the advanced tab and I'll add some padding on the top and on the bottom. So I'll add 5% on the top and the 5% on the bottom. And here I'll add an HTML widget. So I'll insert the HTML widget and I'll insert this shortcode right here, and then I'll update this. And once you will update this, you will have to wait until the page will get saved, and then you can click on this preview changes. And once you will click on this preview changes, here you can see now we have the form that we actually have created with all the options that we selected. So in this way, you can integrate the donation functionality in your WordPress based website. I hope you have learned something new from this video. If you have learned something new from this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell icon to always get the latest video updates. By the way, if you haven't looked at my YouTube channel, here you can see I have a number of videos related to WordPress and other CMS where I teach you how you can solve different kind of problems that arise in your website development journey. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell icon to always get the latest video updates from me. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.